What's up? It's ADR back with ADR's Premier League review, and you are with your boy ADR, man. We are out here after the 2-0 Manchester City win in the Carabao Cup final. And I honestly just wanted to make a video. I haven't been putting out a whole bunch of content. I'm in the middle of a move, as you see, you in the ghetto studios of ADR right now. I promise you'll see a better studio here in the next couple months, but right now we're in the process of moving, so it is what it is. But I'm here trying to dissect what the hell I just watched, man. You know, I'm just going to make this whole video as an Arsenal fan here, man. We Arsenal fans have been waiting for this since the end of the semifinal. And the amount of effort and emotions that we put in. I kicked my whole family out of the damn living room so I could go ahead and watch this. And, you know, my kids are coming in and out, you know, hey, don't bother daddy for this amount of time, right? All for Arsenal and Arteta to put in that performance. Now, I'm going to talk about this game in isolation because I wouldn't say I'm necessarily Arteta inner, Arteta outer. I just want Arsenal to win and do well. Now, my personal opinion on him is I don't think that he's good enough to get us over the line in just tournaments and cups in general. And I just left the Football Terrorist stream. I wasn't on it. I've been trying to get on it, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. It's tough to get on these things when you don't have a big channel, right? So, but, man, just the amount of people that I just see online that just don't have a semblance of realism, logic, and rationale is just really annoying, right? Like, it's like this thing of, like, if you don't believe that Arteta is the right manager, you want your team to lose so you can be right. Like, I just don't, like, that's just not true. That's not a thing. At least if you have a normal brain. I would love to be proven wrong that he is that he can win with Arsenal. Sorry if you hear stuff in the background. But I would love to be proven wrong. No part of me wants to be, yo, I want Arsenal to lose so my agenda can be right. Like, that is just dumb. I don't know anybody who would really want that. But the biggest thing for me, man, is just I want to see proactive management. I want to see fluid football. I don't want to see this reactive, pedestrian, pedantic football that I keep seeing and that I've seen over the last 2.5, 3 seasons. Now, I think that a lot of Arsenal fans can agree that the football that we're seeing this season is not what we want to see continuously in the future, right? That is just not, it's not what we're accustomed to seeing. But if it gets us over the line, man, hey, look, I'll hold my hands up. That is what it is. I'm cool with that. But it's the simple fact of we're seeing this in finals. We see that you can clearly see Arteta is going with the let's not lose than the let's go out and win this. Now, I get it, man. We didn't have Odegaard and Eze and, you know, Timber, and that makes a difference. But they didn't have players either, man. Like, we can't keep making these excuses. Now, I get it. The first goal, people are going to say that's Kepa's fault, right? And it is. He should have had it. Should have been an easy cleanup. It drops. O'Reilly scores. Okay, fine. But it's the way we were under attack that whole second half. We did not do anything to look like we wanted to control that game. We didn't go out and press them, and every time we did, they just played through us. Are we better than them, or are we not? Okay? Because the best team should be able to control the ball in tight, high-pressure situations, which Manchester City did. I just don't get this. I don't get this Zubi hype. Yes, I believe that Declan Rice is a good player, but, man, he is allergic to playing the ball forward. Kai Havertz is shocking. It's just, how are we supposed to be considered the best team, and we clearly don't have the best players? Like, when I'm seeing the players and the team sheets come out, we don't have the best players, man. And not only that, if we don't have the best players, we have to have a better game plan, and we don't. We never seem to have a better game plan. Ever. Okay? The only time we seem to look like we have a better game plan is when we're clearly better than the other team. But when it's supposed to be a shootout and it's down to who's going to make the better managerial positions in times where it's not just a league phase of the Champions League or a regular league game, when it's crunch time for you to show why you're making 15 million euros or pounds a year. My apologies, not euros, pounds a year. And you fail to do it time in and time out. He's been in charge 6 years, 6.5, I believe, getting on that time frame. He's had a chance to win 24 trophies, lads. And he's won one. I'm not saying I don't like Arteta. I'm not saying I don't think he's good. I'm saying I don't think he's good enough to get us over the line. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I hope I'm proven wrong. But even if he wins the FA Cup, that still doesn't show that I'm wrong. He should be winning more. He spent over I believe it's 1.2 billion pounds to have 34, 36, 38 signings or whatever the number is. And to have 10 to 12 of them work out is shocking. Now we can, and this is the thing, look, Arteta outers, you guys can say online, I don't have social media, so I don't know. You guys can say, oh, they're trying to agenda, like some of those signings were Edu, right? Those are the Arteta inners who just blame everything on everything else, and the Arteta outers don't want us to do well. Bro, I'm logical and rational. That's what you're going to get when you hear me speak. It's logic and ration. Now, sometimes you're going to hear me go on the odd emotional rant, and even when I'm emotional, a lot of the stuff that I'm saying is statistically and factually true. I just don't understand how we're supposed to get I'm so emotionally drained by putting time and effort into wanting to support my team and do certain things to feel like I'm a part of it, even though I live in the U.S. There are people who live on the West Coast, and for 9:30 games, they're getting up at 6:30, or for 7:30 games, or 12 in UK time. But then it's 9:30 here on the East Coast, and then 6:30 there on the West Coast. We have people that are waking up, not even to mention some people in Australia and who live in Asian countries, the times that we get up to support our team. And just for it to consistently get smacked in our face, it's just insane to me. It's so ridiculous how every single time we have the ability to win a trophy, it just gets smacked in our face. I am going by percentage basis. And if you have a chance to win 24 trophies and you've won one, the percentage isn't very good for me to have faith that you're going to win multiple throughout this season, or even one. And I just see people on the football terrace. Again, shout out to the football terrace. Shout out to Terry, man. He's doing his thing. But to just see some of the Arsenal fans, oh, one trophy down, 3 to go, we can still win the treble. Like, it's just like, I don't live in La La Land. I don't have the ability to live there. And I'm not going to have my kids live in La La Land, and I don't live in La La Land. If something's not good, it's not good. If something is on the edge but not quite there, I'm the person who's going to assess why is it so close but we're not getting it over the line. I'm not just going to be like, well, it was good that we got close there. That is just not good enough. If that's how you're living your daily life, then you need to change that, because it's not good enough. It's not good enough to be spending the amount of money that we do, saying that you expect all this stuff from the fans like you say. And when the time comes for us to go and put our imprint and put our bang on the table, we come up short and small. Man, come on, man. You got to give me something here. All we're trying to do is see our team lift trophies. Why are our players getting injured in training all the time before a big game? We should have had 2 hard training sessions, maybe 1. And it's not all the way to Arteta out, he sucks. Look, I'm going to give him to the end of the season. But you can tell he's telling his players, do not lose. You will not win with that mentality of do not lose. It's just not going to happen in life. Everybody, this is a word of advice. Do not ever go into any situation saying, I'm just going to do what I need to do to try and get it over the line, because most likely it's just not going to happen. And I've been guilty of it. I've been guilty of doing that before. And trust me, I didn't come out successful. You have to try and go over and beyond to just think where you're going to get to. If you're going here, you need to shoot up here, because you're probably going to land somewhere in the middle. So if you're here, you're just trying to hit here, you're probably going to go below it. Like, that's just a fact in everything. Okay. And I've been guilty of it. And sometimes I still do it. Okay. But guess what? Not in sports. For those who are tuning in who don't know, I played professionally. My career got ended by COVID. Okay. So I'm not going to go into that whole spiel, but I know what I'm talking about. I promise I do. And when it comes down to finals games, you can't have your manager yapping in your ear the whole time you're on the sideline as a winger. Keep the ball, play back, go here, go here. I'm on the pitch. I know what I'm supposed to be doing because you employed me. And if you employ me, I don't need you to micromanage me. That is another fact of life. That is not good leadership. Okay? You need to let the people who you put in positions to do stuff, to do it. Okay? If you're my manager and you put me on the pitch and I'm a left winger, you need to believe that I can either beat my man or make the correct decision for us going forward. I'm getting interrupted left and right here. I don't get how we come out in the second half and look worse. Now, people are going to say the same things. Oh, you're not looking at the big picture. We really mitigated them in the first half. They didn't have the chances. Look, you can't have 3 chances against Manchester City in the first half and think that that's good enough to beat them. Okay? Not in a cup final. They are more experienced. They have more experienced players, and they have the best manager in the world, arguably the best of all time. You have to take the chances when you have them, and you need to be proactive in the things that you do. Why do we have 2 more subs coming on in the 81st minute? Why? Why is it just like for like with this man? It's not like for like in the sense of, yes, he dragged off Ben White and somebody else. Great. Fantastic. We're already down 2-0. You should have made these adjustments immediately. You should have seen as soon as Manchester City had a high line to bring on Martinelli, because he's more likely going to be the one that goes in and has a chance because of his pace. Because Kusanov was guarding Gyökeres, and was his ability to just be able to focus on Gyökeres because there's not another threat in behind was too easily maintained. If he has Martinelli and Victor Gyökeres to maintain, it's a little bit easier for Arsenal to go ahead and create some chances, isn't it? But no. Arteta doesn't want to do that. He didn't have the big balls to go ahead and tell Kepa, hey, look, this is a final. I haven't won but 1 trophy my whole existence of being here. Sit on the bench. Hold bench. No, it could be written in his contract. Don't write it in his contract then, because you're not Pep. You're not a world-class manager. You need to win. You need to win. So put in your best damn keeper. I'm going to leave this game in isolation because I could go on a rant about everything else and how the season is. I'm not going to be one of these Arsenal fans who releases stuff when we're only doing good. Yes, I'm going to release stuff when we're doing bad, because I think that the bad should be highlighted just as much as the good, because if we do not highlight the bad as Arsenal fans, owners, managers, other fans are going to think that it's acceptable. Goodness gracious. But it's not. Okay? I've been ADR, man. I'll try and get a little bit more consistent with this content when I get a better area and surface, set up and all this other stuff. But, man, go look out my next shorts, man. I do a lot of weightlifting stuff. I do a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm just showing how athletic I am. I've been ADR, man. Peace.